Hello and welcome back. This is the third video of my RPG EDU, Blackhawk Nation. Feel free to leave comments down below. Tell me what you think of this. Instead of doing a blog, I'm putting this on YouTube so you see my creation so far. You get to see the character sheets and the storylines I've created and how I'm going about doing it. And that way I can kind of explain and tell you where I'm stuck at, and maybe you can come in and help out a little bit. So in the first video, I gave you the rundown of this hyperdoc and told you about the story and the kingdoms. In the second video, we started into the character sheet. In this third video, I'm going back to the character sheet, and we're going to focus on the storyline. The first character sheet video was just the basic gameplay stats, like name and backpack. And this one here, I want to start off with keywords, and we're going to move down into the role-playing aspect of it. So as I was kind of mentioning, that keywords were based off of Near and Far from Red Raven Games. And in Near and Far, you venture out and go far away from the city. And when you're out adventuring, you have story events that happen to you. So there will be a paragraph that's read, and then you make a decision based off of two options, what you want to do, and then you roll some dice and resolve. In some of those resolutions, it will say gain a keyword. Say the keyword is iron. Well, then later on, in another storyline, again, completely random when these show up, it'll say, hey, has the key, or if a character has the keyword iron, then this happens. Now, there's two aspects to this. Is whenever they get a keyword, then they have to wonder, it builds that sense of wonder of what's going to happen in the future with that keyword. Or if there's an event that's randomly rolled later on, and it says, if a character has the keyword gold, this, so you'd ask, hey, do you guys have the keyword gold? No one has it. Then you go on to your normal two options. But it brings that question, hey, what does gold mean? Where do we get the gold keyword? What events would lead up to that? Keywords here will be used in the same way. During certain events or encounters, you will gain a keyword. And those keywords may show up at some point in time later on, and it helps build the overall storyline to the world that we're trying to create. That brings us into the role playing. The RP of the RPG. When we create a characters, which will be next video, I'll show you about character creation, you will randomize 3 traits, 3 personality traits. Might be overzealous, might be cowardly, might be greedy, might be courageous, whatever they may be. Right now they don't have any purpose, but I want to put them in because that gives me an opportunity to build more storyline later. So if I have a story event that says, if your character is courageous, kind of like storyline, the keywords, if your character is courageous, then you get this option, or you get this benefit. If you're courageous, then you are going to have the power up bonus during this battle. Character traits are not created or rolled for at the beginning of character creation. They show up. So during certain storylines, so for my sample storylines I've created so far, you wander into a cave and there's a bunch of tiny spiders and you can't get out because you've wiggled into this cave. So now you gain the character trait arachnophobia. Now later on that might show up in another battle, say if you're fighting Aragog, that if you have arachnophobia, now you are unlucky in all of your attacks. So all of your damage is halved. From there, characters or students would be able to put miscellaneous notes throughout, write whatever they want. That's just a free write area. Allies and organizations, that would be where students would write down the name of their guild, the name of the kingdoms, and the name of their guild mates. Over here with pets, I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. Something to do with their pets, possibly. Just that's a placeholder at the moment. I want to develop that a little bit deeper. Here, We have storylines. So in a later video, I'll show you the storylines that we're going to develop. So that right now I have the courier storyline, I have the cave storyline, and I have the mayor storyline. And those storylines, when they reach a point where it says this storyline is resolved, the students will be able to put that down as just another way to kind of stat keep or score keep. Hey, did you guys do this storyline yet? Hey, we completed the courier storyline and it gave us this. Just adds more depth to the story overall. Now, once the character has the player has created a character and rolled for a pet and has their images and their personality traits and their alliances, then the characters will be able to begin writing their character bio. A little bit more on that later on whenever we discuss character creation, but the bio is just that backstory. And for me, playing RPGs and D&D for years, one of my favorite parts of playing those games, is what is the backstory for my character. And so that's what we have here, the character backstory. Right now, it means nothing as far as the actual gameplay, but it adds depth and maybe connect those individuals to their characters a little bit better. If they're connected to their characters, maybe they'll strive a little bit harder to level up. To level up, you got to gain XP. To gain XP, you got to know more. So that's the goal right now, and my thoughts at this point. So this is the end of my discussion of the character sheet. I want to jump back here to my main hyperdoc. The next thing I want to talk about is character creation with the students and pets. I might try to do those in one video if I can. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Share this video to other like-minded individuals who are looking into gamifying their classrooms or making an EDU RPG. Give me suggestions. I'm making this up as I go. Steal my ideas like I steal everyone else's ideas that I can possibly find. And maybe we can get something that students will buy into and enjoy in the classroom. So until next video, have a good day, guys.